Hi, welcome to Kim's Kitchen and another edition of The Real Women of Philadelphia. Brought to you by the fine people of Kraft Philadelphia Cream Cheese and the most wonderful Paula Dean. I'm your hostess, Kim Doyle-Willie. Today we're making creamy Gorgonzola Boules with garlic croutons and fresh fruit. And it's beautiful, it's easy. I came up with the idea because of my mother-in-law, who has now passed away, gave me a great recipe for a clam boule a long time ago that used cream cheese and clams, and it was a traditional, a boule is a French loaf that's round and you hollow it out. And then we would eat the insides of the bread. She would just break it up and then we'd dip it and then we'd get to eat the bread outside. Well, I also got thinking about another dip I've been making for a couple of years. It's a Gorgonzola dip that I render cream in half and add roasted garlic that I roast, and then I brush the croutons with it, and I thought, why not combine them? Instead of cream, I'll use the cream cheese, and I'll thin it out with whipping cream. And then I happened to find roasted garlic in a jar. So I encourage you guys, I chop garlic all the time. It's great, but I tried that roasted garlic in a jar, and it's going to work just fine for what we're doing. I've got a little double boiler going here. I've got some boiling water. I've got it over low heat. I'm going to turn on my little butter pan, and we're going to add in 1/4 cup of butter to this little pan. I found this great little roasted organic garlic. You can find them in any store now. And we're just going to put in, a good little heaping teaspoon and let that melt over low heat. Into this double boiler, I'm going to add 1 cup of whipping cream. And we're going to add a full 8-ounce package of Philadelphia cream cheese. I've already had it softened up at room temperature. We'll just break that up a little bit in there and let that start cooking a little bit. We'll go ahead and cut our boules up now. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this crazy hat. I actually did a video yesterday where I described some of the hats I wear. And since Kentucky Derby is coming right up, got my horse pin on. I'm making some mint julep syrup to go in a pump container that I have for an old snow cone machine I have that's about 35 years old. We do a little shaved ice and pump the mint juleps and have a little Maker's Mark on there. We know that it's going to snow on Kentucky Derby Day. So I thought I'm going to have a nice warm side dish for these guys. I have 6 guys that live in my neighborhood. I'm going to be the only female. So I thought I'd just dress up in my mini pearl hat, as my friends tell me. So I thought, fruit tastes really good with cheese. Now, you don't have to use Gorgonzola. If you don't like such a biting flavor, you could use brie, you could use Gouda. Just change it up if you want. I was even thinking the other day that if you have kids and you want them to eat some more fruit, you could put honey nut in here instead of regular cream cheese, and that would be great. I thought I'd show you how to make these little boules or bowls. I'm just cutting inside at an angle parallel to the inside of the bread. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut through here so I can remove these chunks really easily. And these will become our garlic croutons to dip in the cheesy sauce with the fruit. It's so delicious. We'll just pull this out of here. Now don't worry if you happen to pull out the bottom of the Kaiser roll like I just did. I'll show you in a second. See, I just put a big hole in there. Because guess what? All you got to do is you stick a chunk of bread down in there, and when you pour the cheesy sauce over it, and there you have it, a repaired hollow boule. The cheese sauce will just go right in there and glue that bottom in where I had the hole there. And we'll go ahead and fill these next. Look at that. Philly just thickened it up and melted just perfectly. That only took a total of less than 5 minutes to melt the whipped cream and the cream cheese together, and then to put in the Gorgonzola. So we might as well give a big shout out to Philadelphia cream cheese. We love ya. You're making so many great dishes. My neighbors are loving me. Every time we have a potluck, I got something good to bring. Thank you, Philadelphia. We're going to go ahead and just cut up our croutons really quickly. I've got our garlic butter here. I'm just going to put them on the other end of this pan here, and I'll run a brush of garlic bread over them in just a minute. First, we're going to go ahead and rub this roasted garlic butter around the boules, right on the outside. This will soak in. Give it that nice garlicky flavor. Shine them up a little bit in the oven. This is just beautiful. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and fill each of them up right to the brim. These are going to go in the oven for 5 minutes at 400 degrees. I've preheated the oven. Look at that. It's just beautiful. It measures out perfectly for these. I fill them right up to the top. Oh, look at that. Rich, creamy Philadelphia goodness. We love it. It's brightened up so many meals around this house. There we go. Boy, I almost burned those. That wasn't even 5 minutes. Look at that, you guys. We got a nice golden brown on these, on the croutons. Ready to set up. I've chosen the black on white plate. I think that that's going to set it off the most. We're going to just go ahead and grab a little boule here. Put it in the center of the plate. Doesn't that look lovely already? Then I'm going to take a few croutons and put them around, I think, the front here. Your guests will be able to dip these in the bread boule. I think that's going to look like just enough. You just want to split them up between them. Then I'm going to stick a couple of strawberries back here for some beautiful red color on that black plate. I happen to love the grapes. They taste so great in Gorgonzola. So I'm going to actually just kind of drape them over the top. We'll put a little bit under there for support for them. Isn't that looking lovely? And then I'm going to take pear slices. I want to try mine with pear today. Now, doesn't that look lovely? And it's a really nice, fast, that took only 15 minutes actually, and that was even videoing it. And isn't that just lovely? You've got to go out and try this. Your guests are going to love you. It's a kind of a sophisticated, fresh, great. You filled 3 food groups. Yay! What? I decided I like the red better with this. You just set off with the strawberries and tied all the colors together. There you have it. Creamy Gorgonzola filled boules with garlic croutons and fresh fruit. How easy was that? I'm going to have a taste. That's beautiful. There is nothing like the rich, creamy goodness of Philadelphia cream cheese. I think I'm going to have a grape, too. Cream cheese, Gorgonzola, and grapes are a marriage made in heaven. I want to thank you for being with me on another edition of Kim's Kitchen. I'd like to give a big shout out to my Twitter Short Bus Comedy team. We play on Wheel of Fortune Twitter toss-up twice a day at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we've got a great group of people. Skinny Realty, Tweet This Babe, Agate Shadow, Emma Burp, and WF5K. You're in there. Jade Newt, all of you. Game Show to Go, Chad Mosier. I'm missing some, I know. Carrie G, that's why I'm doing this shout-out. She's been awesome. She loves all my recipes. She liked the shrimp carpaccio in tomato. So I just think that this is going to be great tomorrow. I think that you create so much community when you break bread together. All the community efforts I've done have been about breaking bread together. Which brings me to, I forgot my shout out. I did a piece in my trout video on how people should take part in your community. And I got into my fire department and all the people I love there. And I missed the main part of the shout out. They gave me a gift certificate that has covered most of the food purchases for this contest. And I am so grateful. They also gave me a gift certificate to a kitchen shop here. And I bought all the little glass bowls you've been seeing and to supplement the few that I had. And I just want to give a big shout out to you. Thank you for supporting me in this, and thank you for being here today. So until next time, go out, create some community, share your joy, share your love, share your passion, share your food, and go break bread, create community. Thanks and take care. Just a reminder, go out and get some Philadelphia cream cheese. You can make appetizers, entrees, desserts, side dishes, just like this. I did this in 15 minutes. Go get your Philly. You won't regret it, and you'll have great flavored meals. Till next time, Kim Doyle Willie signing out.